going back also to that trusted adult. They've listened to what the child has to say. They've validated. They've followed everything that you just talked about in remaining calm and validating that story, finding out more details. And they now are at that point where they're saying to themselves, I need to seek help for this child. They're not going to be able to be, even though as their parent possibly or a family member, they're going to, of course, want to do everything in their power to assist that child. But at that point, it needs to move to a different level.
Yes.
So at that point, what would be the next steps?
Well, in the state of New Jersey, once again, we do have a child abuse hotline number.
Okay.
And that is 1-877-NJ-ABUSE.
Okay.
This essential screening registry in Trenton that takes all calls, all reports of abuse, neglect, sexual assault on children. All calls are taken by that agency, and then they notify the local DCP&P agency. From there, all calls and all reports are investigated.
Okay.
Not necessarily have an open report, but they might provide family services, which is one of the reasons why some people might be afraid to call, because they're afraid the child's going to get ripped out of the home. It's really kind of the last thing that they want to do. Let's see what's going on. Are they going home to imminent danger? Is there somebody we need to remove from the home? Can we have the child with a family member while we try to straighten out the child's life? What could we do for the family, no less, too, and the perpetrator? I mean, you know, especially if it's adolescent. Where was this stemming from? Where was this information taught from? So we want to make sure that we utilize this agency. They're overworked, they're underpaid, but this is the agency we have. And if people are afraid to make that call because they're afraid they're going to disrupt now that child's life, they could, and it might be temporary, but it's not about what it's doing for them. It's what it's doing for that child. We're the ones that child has told. If we're the ones that child has told, there's a reason. They're trusting us to make that next step and to get them the help that they need. And that's why when we talk to the children, that's why we say, in order for me to help you, I need to tell somebody else. You know, we're not utilizing the words prosecutor's office or, you know, DCP&P, because we're not going to frighten a child. Typically, a child won't even ask what that next step is. They're just relying on you're going to be that one to help someone. The information that's required is the child's name, address, where they go to school, parental information as well, contact information. Because community members have the right to call anonymously, as long as they have as much information as they can so an investigation can be done. But again, making sure that we have enough information for an investigator to go out to help these children.
Definitely a tough topic to discuss, a tough topic for any trusted adult to really have to ultimately, and the way I look at it, is wrap their head around, because obviously there could be a lot of emotion when that information is shared with that trusted adult. But I think the best advice that you had as a first thing is just remain calm.
Yes.
And then the second piece is get more information, and really then it's to take action if they feel as if action is necessary. And action, to me, means that don't feel like you have to handle it yourself. You need to now get another agency involved. So thank you for sharing that hotline. We'll be certain to share that on this recording as well. And I just wanted to put out there for maybe any other school communities, not just the community as a whole, but any other school communities, how can they get in touch with you for implementing this program in their school community if they're interested?
Well, we have our website, njcap.org, and it has all the coordinators' contact information because we have representation through all 21 counties. We have our grant applications available. We have a community affairs video if anyone is interested, and a lot more intensive information about all of the programs that we have.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Pam,
thank you
so much. Thank you for the work you're doing here in Egg Harbor Township.
We've really enjoyed working in your district. Your staff members and your students have been absolutely fabulous.
Well, we've heard nothing but great information and great feedback coming out of not just the classrooms, but from the anti-bullying specialists, the counselors, the parents, but most importantly, the students. So thank you.
Oh, great. Thank you so much.